Stone and Noah here for you guys. John, Eddie, you ready? All right, we'll go into questions. Steve?
Stone, let's start with you. So we've done this a few times now, but number one, how do you feel right now? What's your outlook going into the season?
I feel great. To keep it short, I'm just ready to go. Really excited to get back on the mound. I'm excited for our team. I think we got a really good group. Just hard, no emotions except for excitement. Just pumped up.
Robbie?
No, I know you've done some different things during your career. I mean, where do you see your fit with this team? What do they want from you this year as you kind of step into a new role here?
Whatever it takes, wherever I'm needed. Whether that's in the middle of the order, up top, up bottom, it doesn't matter. And then from the pitching side, wherever they decide is best fit for us, and that's going to help us win the most games.
From a pitching standpoint, what do you bring to the table? What's kind of your arsenal look like? What do you feel comfortable throwing? And what can fans expect from you?
At the end of the day, I'm a competitor. I may not have the best stuff. I'm not going to throw 97 like Carson Ligon or 95 like Stone Simmons, but you'll get a competitor at the end of the day.
Doug?
So I know we've talked about before that you were the one remaining player from 21. That's kind of become a footnote now. Would you talk a little bit about what drove you through these 2 years of rehab and what kept you going? What was your goal?
Yeah, my love for baseball kept me going. I love the sport. I love Mississippi State specifically. Playing baseball here, like I said, a million times is a dream. It's a constant reminder too whenever I'm walking around the city and somebody recognizes me, or if we're doing a fan event or something like that, just a reminder of these people love baseball, and I want to get back out there. I want to help the team win. Also, when you add the fact that we've kind of gotten beaten down the past 3 years, 2 years of kind of rough losing seasons, and then last year just kind of tasting it and not really getting it all the way, it lights a fire in you. And so I'm pumped to get back out there. And I was telling Joel and Logan this a minute ago, but my faith in Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. That's kind of how I've gotten through it. But in terms of why, it's definitely my love for the game.
Steve?
Some people in the building talk about the personality you bring. I mean, you're here with kind of the mini Raleigh Fingers thing going on too. I mean, maybe talk a little bit about how being loose like that in the clubhouse kind of translates in the field.
Being serious kind of just tenses everybody up. You got to have a guy in the locker room that loosens everybody up, and we're all really good at baseball, and putting too much pressure on ourselves only hurts us more than helps us.
Robbie?
No, one of the things that Chris wanted to do in the offseason was kind of add depth to the lineup and add hitters that were going to make it tougher to get out, things like that. After spending the fall with this team and kind of preparing for this season, what have you seen from the lineup that you feel like could make y'all particularly dangerous in the SEC?
Up and down the lineup, 1 through 9, even guys that may not be playing every day are probably some of, if not the best hitters in the country. We have a really good lineup. We have a really deep lineup. Freshmen, seniors, it doesn't matter who's out there, but we have a really good lineup.
Steve?
Stone, you've been a Mississippi State guy for a long time now. What are your thoughts about these newcomers? What have you seen this staff do in the portal and through the recruiting class to kind of upgrade the talent here and get you guys back on?
I'm pumped about it. I like what we looked for this offseason. I think this is probably my favorite group of newcomers since I've been here, which is a lot of newcoming classes. But guys like Noah, guys like Chase Hungate, guys that come from cultures of winning and know how to win, I think that's really valuable for us. I'm really just pumped. I think, like Noah said, we've got a great lineup, top to bottom. Pitching staff-wise, we've got a really, really deep bullpen, which is really exciting for me. Guys like I said, Chase Hungate's a guy that's going to come in there. He's been to Omaha twice. He knows what he's doing at the back end of the bullpen, and just really excited to have guys that know how to win.
Robbie?
Stone, I guess we didn't get to see you last year with Coach Parker, but we saw everybody else take a huge jump. What's he done with you think, over the last year or so, just to develop your game even more, or is there something that he changed with you, or what's been his approach with you?
Well, our first priority obviously has been health, and now that I'm healthy, I can say that, I've seen myself pitch at my best this fall, and come back and kind of been able to hold that so far this spring. Obviously, I haven't pitched in the scrimmages yet. I'll be pitching probably tomorrow or the next day. But I've had a pretty big velo jump in this year than I have in the past. So that was pretty exciting. And then also, he's just really sharpened my stuff. I've become a better pitcher. I know how to pitch better in terms of not just throwing the ball harder and having nastier stuff, but executing pitches better, knowing where to miss, the little pitching stuff like that. Also fielding better. Every aspect of the game, I've gotten better under Coach Parker. So, I would consider myself to be one of the other success stories, and hopefully we'll be able to see that this year.
I wanted to follow up too. Last summer, came out and had a really good summer, getting back in the groove and all that. I mean, just getting back out there, how did that feel for you as a guy that's, been through some tough times the last couple of years to finally get back out there and just feel good again and kind of do your thing?
Yeah, it was huge. My first outing, I texted my mom and I said, somehow I forgot how much I love playing baseball. I threw a couple innings and it was, I remember I basically had the time of my life, and I was playing in Danville, Illinois, a place I was not, very familiar with, and didn't fall in love with it like I did Starkville. But, it was a great time, and I really, it sort of reignited my love for the game. And like I said, I have reminders all the time, but it's easy to forget when you're hurt for so long. But when you get back on the mound, that's the biggest reminder. So I'm really ready for that this season.
Benjamin?
Noah, you came part of a bunch of guys who had really good numbers at a mid-major level, now coming up to play in the toughest conference in college baseball. Is there sort of a bond among those guys who came in via the portal from smaller schools who are now set out to see where you're working in the SEC?
Yep, definitely. I mean, not even just us mid-major guys. Like, obviously there's a certain bond there where we had to kind of get it from nowhere, and now we're at the coolest place on earth. But just our entire clubhouse is really close, and we've done a great job at coming together with guys like Stone. He's been there, done that. He's won a national title, and he knows what it takes each and every day to get there.
Danny P?
Either one of y'all can answer, because you both wrote the catchers. How do y'all see the catchers developing and the depth there?
Well, Coach Parker has done a great job helping. Obviously Coach Cheese, I would say, is our catching coach, and he's been great for the catchers. But Coach Parker has kind of stepped in and added an additional kind of factor to that, development with our catchers. They now are understanding what it's like catching, but from the pitching perspective. Coach Parker, he could say a lot about our catchers before he got here, and they were good. They always have been good, always have been talented, had high ceilings. But since he's been here, I mean, they've gotten light years better. We have a really deep staff behind the dish. We're really pumped about that. I know both of us can agree on that. And they can swing it too. And we've got a good group back there.
Doug?
Noah, you were a starter before at your previous team. Is there a role that you prefer, starter or reliever, or where do you think your stuff is more effective?
I'd probably say in the bullpen, because I'm able to just go out there and let it eat for a couple innings and get out of there. But whatever the team needs, as cliche as it sounds, but as long as we win, I think everybody will be happy.
Steve?
No, if memory serves me correct, you hit 18 bombs last year at USC Upstate. I think you were third on the team. Every hitting coach I know wants to kind of put their fingerprints on guys. What's been Gautreau's approach with you? What does he kind of emphasize with you to kind of help you make this jump to the Southeastern Conference?
Yeah, so Coach Goat, he's really good at being hands off. He knows when to press the right buttons, when to step back, take a step back, and just watch. The biggest thing is just like finding the mental aspect, just the way we hit, the mental approach, when to hunt certain pitches, certain counts, spin, no spin, fastballs up, fastballs in, and he's been really good with that. He's been really good just fine tuning some small things, but still letting me be who I am.